We live. What's
All right.
going on, y'all? How everybody doing? It's another one from Big Giz Composition presents a debate between Big Giz and Cool George. Today, we're gonna be talking about, is it polygamy when you cheating? I think the title say is cheating polygamy. And I'm gonna on my side I'm gonna say it is. And on George's side, of course, he's the opposing force. He gonna say it's not. And we're gonna go at it any kind of way we want to go at it. Back and forth. Have a little summary about it or whatever. And I'm gonna make this a series, but I need for pushback. Pushback is very important when we talk about different things that's radical and different mindsets and stuff like that. So I got Cool George to give me some pushback on my idea of this. George, you want to start it off on why you think it's not, or you want me to start me a little something off first?
Um, what is your idea of thinking that polygamy is cheating? Because it's two different things now.
Yeah. So when I looked at the definition of polygamy, the first thing I was looking at was um, they said that polygamy was uh, between a person that was married to multiple people and having a relationship and stuff like that. And that's how they had the first original term. Now, of course, there's multiple meanings to it. When I looked at the zootology of it, they was talking about a mate having different mates. And I think that's really what I want to focus on. Like, it just depends on the perspective that you're looking at it. So if you're looking at it from a marriage, um, of course, in America, we can't be married besides to one person, and the other person that even come and join that union or whatever, you technically wouldn't be married to him because that person would become a bigot, right? So multiple times when we see these situations, ships or relationships is between people, places, and things. It's what we are in relation to, what is relating to the root word. So what I was looking at was the mindset of people. A lot of people do a lot of things behind closed doors. Well, if nobody knows about it, they're gonna be doing things that other people didn't know that they did, and they'll be cool with things that's not the standard. Marriage, we already understand, is the standard. So that's why they base polygamy off of marriage. But we already know a lot of people are not married. So what I'm saying is, when they in a relationship that's not a marriage, we talking about people cheating. They actually messing with multiple people. Like, it'd be one person in that situation that's in relation to the other person that they in public doing something, but that other same person that connected to that person that everybody know about could be doing something behind the scenes on both sides where they in relation with somebody else, and it's cheating because they not staying in the confines of monogamy.
Well, cheating is when you don't tell somebody something and you're going behind their back. Cheating,
Yeah.
but in a marriage relationship where people decide to add a senior call a third or whatever, that's not cheating. If both of them know what's going on and they're okay with it.
No, but you absolutely right. Cheating is pretty much when you doing something outside of the understanding of whatever y'all relating and coming together for. Like,
Nope.
you can have a a one night stand. A one night stand, everybody getting together for that night, everybody in the understanding of it. No cheating is we ain't talking about no cheating. But we talking about if you in a relationship with somebody, the cheating becomes because the other person was dishonest and not trustworthy. Therefore, they was cheating because they didn't give that person. They lied about whatever the understanding was. They had a different mindset from what they agreed to, so they cheating. And what I'm saying is the act of them going outside of the relationship and dealing with somebody outside of what they got in the agreement, I'm saying it's polygamous. Because if it wasn't, even if there was an understanding, it would still be polygamous. But by them still going outside a relationship, dealing with somebody else that the other person didn't know about, it's still polygamous because that one person did know about both joints in order to put the energy in both things. Now, the other two people didn't have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to deal with each other, but they dealing with the same person.
But polygamy is what the difference is. If your partner doesn't know, you cheated.
Yeah. It
But
don't mean that you ain't cheating, though, right? Just because they don't know, it don't mean that you not cheating.
say that again.
If you cheat and your partner don't know you cheating, it doesn't mean you not cheating, right? They just don't know.
That's cheating. Yeah.
Yeah, so even if they know or they don't know, if you honest
But
or you not honest,
it's
you
not
still was cheating. You still was cheating.
It's not cheating if he or she is aware.
Well, even okay, say she's aware of it, but she's not in agreement with it.
I
And
mean,
she know you cheating, but she can't prove it. And
well,
she
she
just
don't
don't agree with it.
see. It's if she know you cheating and you cheating, that's still the wrong thing. If you having a relationship outside of the knowledge of your woman or outside of the knowledge of your man, yeah, that's cheating.
Okay, so we in agreement of what cheating actually is. Cheating is doing something out of the agreement of whatever the relationship was built on, whether it's gay, heterosexual, whatever. If it's not what y'all agreed with, somebody stepped out of the agreement, you're cheating on the agreement, pretty much.
Anything that you do outside of the agreement is cheating.
That's right. Anything that you do to go outside of the agreement is cheating. Having a
No,
baby on somebody, going over kissing somebody else, flirting with somebody else, spending time with them emotionally and stuff like that. I look at all of it the same, but I still look at it in the same aspect that they wanted to be with somebody else and spend time with them. So it's more of a polygamy type of thing with at least one person. Maybe one person that's in a relationship is under the standing that they wanted a monogamy relationship. But it's one person that didn't, that's willing to risk it all and cheat
but see that's
and have multiple joints going on.
but no, because if you know you want to be in an open relationship or be like polygamy or whatever, and you know that person that doesn't want that and want monogamy, you need to leave that person alone.
But that's we're not talking about what people need to do.
But that what you
I'm
just
not
did.
I'm not like see, I'm not the moral police. I'm not the moral police. I understand. I know what you was gonna come at it that way. I'm cool with it. That you pretty much saying that it doesn't count as a polygamy if
It, don't-
everybody not in agreement with it.
it doesn't.
But me, I say if that outside relationship affects my relationship, it's the same. Whether I was in agreement with it or I didn't know nothing about it or whatever. If they're affecting what's going on in my agreement with my people and my situation, that's all I'm looking at. If it's affecting me in a positive way, I'm great with it. If it's affecting me in a negative way, I got a problem with it. I got issue with it. So
But
so,
the
go ahead,
situ-
George.
if you're gonna if you're gonna have an agreement or whatever, it's okay. But when you start doing stuff that's not right, that's not like part of the setup, then you doing it all wrong. I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm still saying that if you doing it behind somebody back, or you doing it um because the whole point of cheating ain't right. You know what I'm saying? We already understand that. We understand that cheating not right. We understand that if you doing something outside of agreement, that wasn't cool. That wasn't an honorable thing to do. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cheating is a form of polygamy because you messing with multiple people and you getting something outside of your relationship. Whether that person agreed with your agreement or they
no,
broke the agreement, everybody ain't got to be on board for you to be doing what you're doing.
cheating is not a form of polygamy. Cheating is a form of deception. It,
Well, deception, love triangles are deception.
because I mean, the polygamy thing is something open that both people know about. Once you start doing that, you start doing something that's totally different.
Okay, then we'll talk about that later on. But we'll break down what the word polygamy actually means. But it never said that polygamy was deception. It said that polygamy was based off of marriage,
Yeah,
and everybody being married or whatever. But at the same time, we know people say that cheating, people can cheat, and they ain't necessarily got to be married. They in a relationship. I'm talking about the relationship. I'm saying a lot of things is based off of Christian and religious things. So we already know that marriage is pushed on us from a young age, but everybody not married. Some people done been in relationships where they common law married. They done been married for like seven. They done been together for 7+ years,
I mean,
7 to
marriage,
10 to 15 years or whatever. They done had kids together.
see, marriage is not the end all be all, and that's back when everyone was telling people that your life is not fulfilled unless you get married, unless you have kids and
And they
do all
start
that.
pushing them. They start pushing
Um,
that Jerry stuff on us. Maybe did he get it from Jared's and all this other stuff? Diamonds are a girl best friend and all these things like that. You want to know something interesting? In 1950, they started pushing cheating in the form of relationships. But
I
before
know.
1950, the Greek word was as cheating. It was actually talking about your social status and cheating and stuff like that in a political way. It was of moving up and down and doing things unorthodox. But it still was talking about a relationship because it was a relationship between people. But it wasn't talking about a relationship in a sexual manner because there was already polygamy and all that stuff going on back in the day. And they weren't pushing Christianity. I imagine around 1950 they were pushing Christianity
You
and
know,
pushing everybody to be in monogamous relationships.
I mean, Christianity been pushed longer than that. The
Of
point is,
course, of
yeah,
course.
but the point is, you got to find out what works best for you. And if you decided to be married and be monogamous, that may be the best thing for you. If you decide to be married and have like an open marriage or whatever, if it works for you. I mean, cause
But that is not gonna work for a cheater. A cheater don't want. Cheater not gonna want his main thing messing with other men or women, right? So they're gonna want to get their cake and eat it too. They're gonna want to have a woman that they come home to, but they're gonna want their outside woman outside of that situation. where they can go over there and get some there. And the woman the same way. They gonna want they man holding down the fort, paying the bills, taking care of the kids and stuff, but they gonna want to go out there and sow their oats and all that stuff like that. And if they get pregnant, they come back and the man that's been provide for their kid too. It's a lot. The cheating is because people want their cake and eat it too.
I mean, I always thought that was a dumb phrase. If you get cake, you're supposed to eat it anyway. But
I think it's
would,
more to the
would,
phrase. It's more to the
would it
phrase.
would it be okay if the woman have a man then, since he going out there sowing his ocean, she
Absolutely,
show up?
absolutely, not. Absolutely not. The man gonna feel some kind of way to his ego, and but they do got some out there that's gonna do it. What is the kukos like? Say his the cuts where the man joint don't work or he get turned on by other men pleasing this woman, so he might want to watch and all that stuff. So I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. But what I'm saying is, open ain't the thing to the marriage or to the relationship. What I'm talking about, I'm actually saying that if we are gonna be talking about cheating for real, it's polygamy because you one person is dealing with multiple people, whether the other person know or not. Like, tell me this: would it matter that you know that your girl was cheating on you if she came home and gave you some kind of sexual transmitted disease?
No, that
You
still ain't
find
okay.
it, you find out that she messing with somebody after she done gave you something. It mattered that she was out there. But at first you weren't honest about it. Now she had to come to terms and tell you. Same thing for a guy. Sometimes guy get in a situation where he get caught up and now he got to reveal it. But beforehand, y'all didn't know everything was going smooth on both sides with the woman or the man. They was holding down the fort at the house, but they was doing a multiple thing with somebody else too.
But all that holding down the fort, see, that goes back to that whole thing about the marriage and the monogamy and keeping the woman at home and the man be provider, and she just sit there and she have to accept everything because he the one who paying bill. A lot of guys want that so they can do whatever they want them to women
What's
and
going
treat.
on, Chaz? Focus Reacts, man. Hope you having a good Sunday, bro. Go
But
ahead, Joe.
that whole holding down the fort thing, you long that's a power situation. That's why a lot of these guys now are mad about it when they hear independent women and strong women and all that. They get upset about that because now they can't handle control. So they lost the control when they can't keep the woman in the house. So now you got to be a good person on almost every level because women can go out now. So they don't have to depend on men. And a lot of these guys that talk about that traditional marriage thing, that's really what they be talking about. Not all of them now, because some of them do want to just be good men. But
George, I got a comment from Chaz on that cake and eating it too. So I'm gonna read that right quick to give us some context. He said the phrase of having your cake and eating it too is a metaphor for two things that are mutually exclusive or that cannot be had at the same time. It is often used to describe someone who is trying to be selfish or greedy.
yeah, but that's dumb because I got some cake right here, and I'm gonna eat some of this later on.
Well,
So,
yeah, if you eat all of it, that might make you greedy,
oh,
like
not
what he was saying.
I ain't eating all of it, but I'm gonna eat that because that's gonna be my
Appreciate
cake.
that, man. Appreciate that, Chaz.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. But I understand the moral compass of people trying to live their life a certain kind of way and stuff. But what on my side I'm trying to address that everything ain't cookie cutter like that. We have some taboo things out there and different kind of things that's not necessarily what we think it's supposed to be. We always talk about what things should be, but we don't talk about what is actually going on.
I know.
Oh yeah, and the other and he said on the other part, but you can't have what you already ate. So after you got the cake, you showed it, and you ate it too, it's over with. You can't go back and eat it again. I know
No,
there was another piece to that joint. That's some good right there, Chad. Some good
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't eat it after you done ate it
it
on
was
one
just
time.
it was just a coincidence about the cake, but still.
Yeah. I had me some cake I think yesterday.
But the whole situation is some stuff don't work for everybody,
That's correct.
and
Everybody got to do what they got to do
yeah, cause
for them.
I was friends with a guy that got married that should have never got married. I mean, he got married like 2001, and he cheated on this girl like almost immediately. And I was like, you
Did
wasting
he did
your time.
well George? Did you ask him why did he cheat on her? Not trying to
Hmm?
say that it was right or wrong. Like take yourself out of the
No,
moral thing.
it happened a lot until she finally got rid of it.
But I'm saying, why did you think he started cheating on her? Because a lot of people might don't have a reason, but some people do have a reason.
Oh
Maybe
no, he
her
wasn't.
sexual urges was slow.
He wasn't no good. That's why that was the reason. I mean,
George, everybody you telling
no,
me if a man and a woman was together for 20 years and the last 10 years they stopped
how about this?
having sex. Would you
Yeah,
feel some kind of way about that man stepping out if he ain't
that's
had sex with his woman for 10 years?
see, that's a problem right there. But this situation is he was no good. I mean, like it was less than 3 months, and he was cheating on her. And then it was a whole
People get divorced in less than 3 months, bro.
well, you know, she did 10 years with him, but
Already.
she
So
finally
she
got
did. So she did 10 years with him, but when she got married, less than 3 months, she was already cheating, and
no,
then
he
she,
was.
yeah,
I mean,
he was already cheating
well,
in the first 3 months of them getting married, and she stayed with him 10 more years.
and well, I don't know when she found out. I mean, because I don't know when I found out. I just found out 3 months he was cheating. Probably was sooner than that, but he was no good, and it's no explanation for what he was doing. They split up for a while, then they got back together, and they split up for a while. They got back together, then finally she was like, "I'm I'm through, bro." She was calling me brother, and she was like, "I'm through. I can't go through this no more. I keep trying to make a marriage work, and he won't do right." And I was like, I understand. Because even before all of this was going on, I was trying to, tell him like, you got a good woman here. I
I
mean,
got a good woman, but you don't know everything that's going on in this situation.
no, I don't know everything, but
Because one of
we,
the things I
we
noticed, when people tell stories like from a man point of view or a woman point of view, a lot of people don't tell what they did wrong.
no, no, I ain't said she was perfect, but
But she wasn't.
I
But
know
she
for
wasn't.
I know for 100% he was wrong. And
Yeah. I
if I go
understand
for
the cheating aspect gonna be wrong,
no,
but
he was wrong. If I go further in the details, you'll be like, man, that's crazy.
no, I get it, bro. Man, I watch Jerry Springer
I mean,
back
'cause
in the day. I get it. I'm
yeah,
just saying that she didn't know that before she married him.
you know what? I think the whole thing.
Ain't no way she didn't know this before she married him.
You know what? I think the whole thing about marriage was so entertaining and something that people want to show off that they never did things like go to counseling and any
Absolutely. So when
yeah.
you get married, one of the first things you're supposed to do is go to marriage
So
counseling.
he really got married to her because they had a baby together.
All right, he was trying to
And
do what he's supposed to
but
do, right?
here go the deeper thing because one of his family members told me that he only married her so he won't go on child support.
And
Yeah.
that's the truth.
And you know what?
Because he can save more money in the marriage. because they both in it technically together, and
No,
instead of being separate.
but he was deceptive to her because he didn't tell her that.
Why would he tell her that?
I know
Joy?
because cause see that's the dishonesty, and that's how
Okay then. Okay, so we already
trifling.
understand that if you don't sit there and marry these women, you're gonna be on child support, right? You don't know that?
He didn't want to tell me that. It's one of his
I
relatives.
wouldn't. I
And
wouldn't. I
you know
wouldn't.
what?
That's.
I can believe that because if I tell you some of the other stuff he did, you'll be like, I can't believe it. But if I
No,
tell you
I
some,
can't. I can't believe it. I have a mindset where I understand that in order for people to recognize good and morals and stuff like that, you got to see the other side of things too.
he ain't have too
So,
many more. I mean,
well, what I'm saying to me, that ain't. I understand what make a good relationship, but I'm telling you
no,
what
she shouldn't.
the conversation is. It's not. It don't matter if it's a good or a bad relationship, because in longevity, it's gonna go through its cycles. It's gonna be good and bad. Different things gonna happen,
No,
morally and not morally. It's
no,
like because
he was a more.
women have ego just like men got ego.
No, I know some women that play victim now. I knew some of that, but this guy was a moral. I mean, even me and him, we stopped being friends. I mean,
Well, I understand. I know how you roll. You like everybody got to do something a certain kind of way. And if they ain't doing a certain kind of way, they knocked off the block already with you, kind of thing. But I look at things like a little more just plain and simple that dude,
he's a
sometimes
horrible.
you gotta get dirty with people when they get dirty.
No, he's a horrible person. I mean, only thing that good came out of this, nothing good came out of this. I mean, but she got rid of him. She grew tired, and she was like,
All right, so once she left him, she ended up transitioning to a better man, a better situation, whole nine, right?
well, no, he became even worse a person. He ain't never
That ain't
got.
what I said. I
She got
said
a
when she dumped him, let him go
she
and
got
moved on. She
yeah she got
got better.
yeah
She got better. She
yeah
got a better family situation and everything, right?
yeah. I mean, well till she passed away because she passed away about 2 years ago. But she got better.
Well, you just really just put a nail in the coffin. I got to move on from that story. I can't sit there and I'm trying to show the balance of things, but
She got better in everything. I mean, because
she had got her a new man. She had a new situation, and she was moving good until she got sick.
yeah, I mean, she got better on every level. I mean, and she was always a nice person. She was nice to me, and she was, more genuine. But
It seemed like you had more of a better relationship with the woman, and you biased.
no, cause he went opposite direction. I mean, his life got worse. He found a new woman. And he cheated on her, and another woman he cheated on her, and all kinds of foolishness. I mean, like I say, I don't want to go into details about how
No,
horrible he
no,
was.
I get what you're saying, but most of the time, what men like that do, they they got loyalty to themselves, and at this their age, I respect women that have loyalty to themselves. I respect men that have loyalty to themselves. I think deception at this point is the name of the game because women are looking at what they can get from you. They not coming to you being honest either.
No, women cheat too. I don't ran
No, I
across.
ain't just talking about that. I'm saying people are not being honest, period. Morally, the compass that you have, people don't even go by it.
Some
They
of,
don't even go by it.
some of.
And the ones that you say go by it, behind closed doors are lying.
I mean, but some are. I mean, it's some good people out there. I've never.
Yeah, we all good,
No,
but that
no, we ain't all
no,
good.
we all good in some aspects, but and then in some aspects we all bad.
No, I mean, like
There's no way
morally.
you can acknowledge somebody being good and not acknowledge that same good person could be bad.
I mean,
George, I imagine you got some bad side about you too. I know I do.
I ain't got, I ain't got a bad side no more. I mean, I used to. I used to be slick. I mean, cause, but I got older, and once you, well, some people, once you start getting older, sometimes you start seeing stuff, and you like, no, I don't want to do that. I mean, cause sometimes you just gotta say no. I, I told somebody that sometimes you gotta let some stuff pass by. You're not gonna miss nothing. Sometimes you just gotta think like this ain't worth no worth. Is it worth the risk?
I get what you're saying. So we're just gonna pull it back off of that for a second.
But
So morally, what you saying with the relationship? Just to give a recap, if the relationship is broke on the agreement that we not necessarily gonna be doing things in good standing.
well,
We not. Shout out to Nightish. Appreciate you stopping by, brother.
no, if the
We
relationship is broke, you can work on it and try to make it better. But you got to ask yourself how much you giving up to make something happen if the other person is not giving up nothing.
But that's the key thing. Everybody is not with these relationships worried about what they can do for the other person. We all trying to get something
Yeah, but
for
it's,
ourselves. We all looking at what we can get out of the situation. That's what I'm saying. Like cheating, again, my opinion, cheating is polygamy because it's a selfish act.
cheating.
It's a cheating, and then I understand what you're saying, even though I disagree with you. Your stance is cheating is not polygamy because y'all wasn't in understanding about it. But if they ain't in agreement in the first place, they might have a bad relationship. They might have a good relationship, but that don't mean that they don't have a relationship. Bad and good and morals don't got nothing to do with them being in relation with each other. The root word of relation, relating to each other. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like I understand what you pushing, the positivity of we should be doing stuff, but it don't mean that that's what's actually happening. So when I sit there and say that a lot of people do present themselves out in public a certain kind of way, but behind closed scenes, just like I do, we love comic books. Two-Face, he was the White Knight. He was out there a lawyer and doing all this stuff in public, but behind scenes, he was the dirtiest person. And then it wasn't that when he got his face split with the chemical spill that he became that person. He was always that person.
No, I'm always been. Well, you know what? Sometimes you can grow. I mean, because I'm not gonna say you always been that person. Sometimes you can grow and be a better person. Sometimes um, you can not grow and you be the same person, or you can start to go backwards and become a worse person than you used to.
Absolutely. But we
Yeah,
don't
because
look at it. We don't look at a person that that becomes a person that we don't agree with as growing. I noticed what you just said. You said that person, he or she went backwards. But if a person is cold hearted and stuff like that, protect their feelings to be able to not be a pushover and all that stuff like that, we'll say that this person have don't have no emotion. They cold blooded. We start um putting a whole bunch of negative condensation to what they got going on because they don't do things the way that we see is morally or good, but they're doing things keeping it so they can be able to move forward in life. and be a better person for their family, be soft for them. Like I heard Dave Chappelle say his mom said that he had to be a lion in order to be the lamb that he truly was. And now I get that more and more, that if you accept anything and be this good moral person, you're gonna get pushed over a lot of times. Sometimes you have to show your fangs. Well, people would say, "Hey, you cold."
No, being a good moral person don't mean you have to accept anything. You don't have to accept everything just because you got some good morals now. I mean, you you could be a strong person and have good morals. That's not separate. I mean, being
Niger
being a
should
good,
elaborate what you mean by the freaky stuff. You talking about what George locked into, what or what the other person locked into? Was what you mean by that?
by what?
Niger said Gibbs is with the freaky stuff. He just locked into something different.
What do you mean? What's different?
That's why I was asking him to elaborate on what he meant by did he mean that when you doing sexual acts and stuff like that. Oh yeah, not just say I like the politics. I support people being themselves and I support people not lying. Nightish. That's what I'm with. I believe if we had a more open society of not shaming people for the things that they doing and stuff like that, it'll people be more at peace and stop killing themselves and
You
stop
mean?
treating each other bad or deleting themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you
So
know,
in certain aspects I am a more of a supporter for the poly thing. Because I believe that we need a different system to break up stuff. We need a different system, especially black people, because we the less of the population. You said we 13%. With the poly way, it's so many women out here. Then you got gay men out here. You got men in prison. All this stuff. We don't have enough men for the women. Shoot, it's a lot of good women out here. They got kids or whatever, and they need help with those kids. But everybody want to be on this monogamy thing. Everybody want to push this marriage and just have one person and say this is morally correct. And when I'm sitting there, I'm saying that a lot of men be out here trying to service up all these women, and they cheating. They
because
cheating because it's a need for them. And the other woman behind closed doors is accepting that man, or that other people behind closed doors accepting that woman. No, it's not necessarily to just help women. It's not just necessarily to help them at all. That's not the point. The point is to change the system up. Not necessarily for people to be more open and stop doing things behind closed doors. It's not the purpose is not. It could be for pleasure. It ain't necessarily got to be the necessary help. I'm just throwing some other things out there on the table of things that I see, but I'm not necessarily saying that it's just to help the women. That can be one of the solutions to help women, but it also can be something that's very pleasurable for men, because we already know there's a lot of people out there in sexless marriages and stuff like that. And they need to really be moving around.
well, you know what? The sexless marriage thing.
We're talking about that blue waffle.
Well, well, first of all, if we go back to the thing when I was talking about, well, you seen it on Facebook when I said why they want the women to be sexless and perfect, but not the men. And I was thinking that's a double standard right there.
Yeah, but it's also a double standard, George, that
Yeah, I
a
know,
woman should
I
have a
know,
soft
but
life, and a man is being shamed for wanting to have a soft life.
if
And
it's a
then this
double,
man supposed to provide everything for a woman, but a woman look at a man negative if he can't provide for the woman. So we ain't gonna just talk about just no double standard stuff.
well, right now a lot of these men are not providers. A lot of
Yeah,
these,
but so who cares? If we want women to be sexually liberated, just like the men, and equal, and they got all these college degrees. Put them to damn good use.
I mean, 'cause people put miles on their
I
body.
don't want. I'm not looking for a helpmate. I'm looking for somebody equal, like she said she wanted. She wanted a partner. I want to be your partner. I want you to partner up with me on these bills.
So you think that double standards is okay?
I think double
Do
standards
you
are
feel it?
dumb. I think double standards are dumb because y'all, it's double standards only affect the man at the end of the day. How can a person be equal to you and then be your helpmate at the same time? That's craziness.
It's a teamwork. I mean, you
That's not teamwork if you expect for the man to provide the majority of the bills.
know because teamwork is if you if you have somebody that's with you that is strong in one area that you're not in, that's teamwork. I mean, maybe like if you and
Maybe
your
we
wife,
got a different thing of what
hold on,
teamwork
hold on.
actually is,
Like you
bro.
and your wife, if your wife is good at paying the bills and all that, and but you're not, cause maybe like you may forget when this bill is due, you may forget when the lights due or whatever. You give the money to her, cause that's her strength right there. She's helping you, but
I ain't gonna
maybe,
put our business out in the street, but
but hold on, that's
you do know shoot, my wife make tremendously more money than I do. So but at the same time, I work hard. I just got
yeah.
2 more jobs yesterday. I'm about to start working on transmissions and motors. I'm about to do the junk removal and moving company on top of everything else that I do and the other things that I'm doing. The working hard part, I get men are looked at, we stronger, we do physical jobs and stuff like that. I get it. But at the same time, I'm trying to put in this narrative that if women are going out there and being independent, going out there and want to be able to do whatever they want to do, have the standards to talk to people any kind of way that they want to, stop expecting from us that we got to treat you on a lesser scale because I respect you enough to put you at the same scale as me. I don't look down on a woman. I want to bring her up. I want to bring her up. And that's that. A lot of people have an issue with me on that. They want to be the leader for ego purposes. I don't want to be the leader because I don't want to be responsible for your mistakes. I got enough mistakes over here. We need to be looking at this thing in a symbiotic relationship where we are together for real as one, instead of being decisive and deceptive like you was talking about.
But you're gonna take the lead. Sometimes you gotta be the
And
leader.
she gonna take the lead sometimes in some situations as well. It's not all gonna be put on the backs of men anymore because we need to be equal.
Go ahead.
Oh, I appreciate that, Nightish man. I appreciate that, Nightish man. Thank you for all that support, man. You always been supporting me, man. And you know, as always, I'm always gonna support you, brother.
But let, let me ask you this. What do you think a marriage should be then?
I think that the morals and all that stuff like that is a way to enslave men or a way to enslave women.
No, I mean, what do you think it should be?
I'm telling
No,
you what I think
not what you
marriage
think it
is.
is. I mean, what
I
you
think
think it
it's
should be.
oppressive on both sides. I'm telling you what I think. I think it's oppressive for us to think that a woman should submit to a man all the time when she have her own ideas and her own thoughts, their own ways of doing things. And we should be able to come to the table and put our heads together for the team, for the family. I think a man should not only be looked at just for how strong he is, he should be able to be looked at for his emotions, just like we respect the emotions and the sincerity of women and how they carry themselves emotionally. So just as I see women just as physically strong as men, and then we see some men that's physically weak, like how you say that women are. It's a balance type thing. We need to be able to come together and change what society think a relationship actually is, because that's the reason why we are struggling. That's the reason why things is not the way that it should be, because we don't really want to work together, because somebody ahead of us that was born before us have already decided what the stuff should be. And then everybody's saying, well, this is morally not right, or it's not respectable to keep you in a certain mindset to do things a certain kind of way. But if we break that cycle and everybody have their own mindset and think outside of the box, we can create other dynamics of what things should be.
But your marriage is for you. So
go ahead, Nitus. I want you to review it, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, but your marriage is for you. It's not to change.
Absolutely.
But it's not to change everyone else believes in marriage, because some people don't believe in certain stuff that other people believe in.
Absolutely.
That's why I asked you.
That's why I told you, when you asked me what did I believe in, I sat there and told you that we should be able to come to the table and design what our relationship should look like from our eyes.
Yeah, but when you say,
and I'm not pushing for everybody to be saying that polygamy is cheating. I'm just saying, in my eyes, I see it as polygamy. I understand from your eyes, I respect your opinion that it's not, because you look at a relationship completely different than I look at it. You look at it that it matters about the trust and the understanding, and not being deceptive, or not being honest and things like that. And I can respect that. I can see your points. When I was talking with a guy before I had this show today, he said something that was very true, and I couldn't deny it. I have to sit there and acknowledge him. Shout out to Cole for this. He sit there and told me that we can be arguing on different point of views about the same situation, and both sides can be true.
Two things can be true at once.
Two things can be true at once.
But I'm just in disagreement that cheating and polygamy are the same thing.
Yeah, by how you was raised up, and your mindset on it. I'm not going to disagree with you. I believe you should be able to believe the way you want to believe, and I got you on the panel to speak your mind on it, because I believe that this is important for society to be able to see what is a good debate where you can disagree with somebody and still listen to what they saying, so everybody outside of the conversation can really understand both versions of it. Because I know for a fact that you wouldn't accept my term of two mates together, and with the zoo stuff, you like, we got dominion, we not animals. So that's another thing we disagree on. I believe that humans are just terminology that they came up with, and then said we had dominion over animals. And I sit there and say, like, if you was in the jungle and you didn't stay in the house, a snake, if you went to sleep, you woke up and a snake was wrapped around you, he was swallowing you, I don't see your dominion no more. I don't see, if you was in the jungle and a jaguar took your butt up the mountaintop, you ain't got no dominion over him. I don't believe it. But I know you do. I know you do, and it's all right.
I mean, I done did enough. I done did enough. It may not seem like it compared to like other people, but I done did enough. It lasts me for a while. I mean, for a long while. And sometimes you just see stuff and you just have to say no. I mean, not because you want to say no, but sometimes it's a better decision to say no.
That's it. And that's the point that I'm proving right now on my side. That a lot of people push what is the best decision for people to make. They don't push what is actually happening. We don't want to talk about that because we don't want to bring negative things to the forefront and feel like we bashing our people, or we feel like um we not promoting positivity, and we only bringing up things that's not positive and stuff like that. But I say, in order to get to the positivity, you address the negative things and find the root of why everybody think a certain kind of way to come to the solution. I have to unravel what is the deeper problem, what is the root problem of stuff, so we can try to gain understanding about it.
No,
So I mean, I respect everybody that want to push what's morally right. I'm just gonna be always a person that's gonna push what I actually see and try to uncover why these things are happening. Like really try to understand why these things are happening. So we are in agreement to disagree with this topic, right?
yeah, yeah, we are. I mean, cause only thing I can say about what the polygamy thing is, that's more of an open, honest thing of men and women, of men and men, a woman and woman. The cheating thing is you going behind somebody back and they don't know. That's just dishonesty and deceit. They're not the same, so they're just two separate issues. As for the morals of relationships altogether, you know, I always try to encourage people. Sometimes you got to let some stuff go. I mean, yeah, that girl may look good and something, but sometimes you have to let it pass. I tell that to women too. I mean, that guy may be seem like he's charming and all that, but you got a man at home or you got a man at work or wherever. Sometimes you got to let some stuff pass
All
because
right, well, you know me, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate
it's a bigger picture.
on this stuff. Morally,
That,
good,
that is,
bad, all that stuff don't have nothing to do with relationships. People have sexual urges, and if a person is not doing what you want them to do, I'm not saying that it's right that people go out there and be deceptive, but deception can look like a lot of different things. Person might come plenty of times and talk with they mate about things that they want to happen, and they not getting what they want to happen. Obviously they should break up. I agree with they should break up, but I know how men is and I know how women is. If the situation is good enough, they're gonna hold on to that until something happens, till they get caught up, or they gonna or somebody outside of them tell on them, or the attention get brought up to it for it to get broke up forcefully. They're gonna hold on to that because that's the bread and the butter. That's their foundation. Their foundation on shaky ground, and they're gonna go out there and find what make them feel good on the outside while they hold on to that. That's what I've been seeing with my eyes. Now, should we be pushing this? Maybe not, maybe so. I don't care. I'm just telling you what I see. You know what I'm saying? Morally, we should do a lot of good things. All black people should be going to get education. We should be taking care of our kids. We should be doing all these nice things.
you
But at the
know,
end of the day, we ain't got that going on all the time. That's not
no,
100% what's going on.
I don't
We need to
respect
get to the
not taking
root
care
of
of your
why
kids.
it's not.
I don't respect that not taking care of your kids thing.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. And
I'm not,
I know you don't respect these women aborting babies.
I mean, from both ends. So
From
that
both ends. I know morally and
you
your faith, you don't respect none of that. I know it.
and it's never gonna be none cause you that's something like you got a child and you doing everything but taking care of your child. It ain't you can't get no respect from me on
So
that.
you definitely know you don't. I definitely know you don't respect a man that going out there taking care of other people's
I
child,
don't
knowing
I
that
don't
he
I
take
don't,
care of his own child.
I don't even respect a woman doing it. Not just a man, but a woman
All
either.
right, then. This is what I'm saying. We need to eliminate the double standards and put everybody on equal playing field. Because if it's bad and look that bad for a man to be doing certain things, it should be also looked that bad in the equivalent or similar situation for that
Exactly.
woman. And at least we can come to terms with we both agree on that.
Yeah, we do. I
And
mean,
I'm always good at us coming to some kind of meeting of the minds. Like always, George, I appreciate you, bro, for coming over here and giving me pushback.
yeah. I
But
mean,
I'm gonna dive deeper in this joint later on. I got some research. I got some people gonna review this now, and we'll hear what multiple people think about it. I appreciate everybody who done came over. Shout out to Nights. Shout out to Chaz on Focus Reacts. I appreciate you again, George, for giving me some good back and forth. And we're gonna let the people decide who was right and who was wrong.
okay. I mean, I accept that you were wrong now. I mean,
Shoot,
ain't I'm
look,
not gonna
I'm
argue
gonna
with you. I
swallow my
mean,
pride. I'm gonna let that roll off my back. I ain't even worried about what you talking about.
but maybe
That,
maybe
that was
maybe
some
later on the
distracting
next
stuff.
episode.
Yeah, that was
But
some distracting stuff. But yeah, we'll see
yeah,
what the people talking about. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment on this right here. What do you think? Is cheating polygamy, or is you on the side of George that cheating is cheating, and you need to be honest and stuff like that? If you cheating and stuff like that, you ain't in no relationship.
yeah. Well, here go. Well, I'll leave with the last word. So, because this is for a lot of the guys, not because a lot of guys get caught up cheating and all this, and their relationship go bad. They need to be able to take care of themselves and have their own place. Too many young guys don't have their own place, so they take all kinds of risks and out on the street. So if you think that you can't be in a monogamous relationship, you got to be a man and know how to have your own place, your own job, your own everything. Because right now we're losing a lot of ground on men, actually young black men, actually know how to live by themselves and take care of themselves. And that's why a lot of these times that these guys get put out, they can't go and like get their own house, get their own apartment or nothing because call themselves men, but they've been depending so much on the women. And they don't have like the knowledge to take care of anything like pay bills. They don't have the knowledge to clean houses, to cook or nothing. So if you're gonna be out there and you don't think that you could be monogamous with a woman, you don't think that she's not receptive to you being in a polygamous relationship, have your own place. That's what the guys need to do, and that's what we need to start teaching people. Be independent, so when you meet an independent woman, y'all can grow together.
I
And
mean,
that's
I like all that positive stuff that you talking about. That sound good, but I'm gonna offer that evil talk. That's what I like to talk about. So if you can't be like George and you can't get your stuff together, go find you a woman that's gonna sit there and accept your bull crap. Go
yeah,
find you somebody to go out there and accept what you bring to the table. If you can't get no job because you got all these felons and stuff, you fix her car, you rub her feet, you treat her as good as you can. And somebody want to sit there and help your situation out while you got that girl up there driving her car around and you got your place to lay it at right there, but you couldn't afford the phone and the other girl want to give you a phone, then you know what you need to do. You need to go over there, knock them boots up so you can get that phone.
yeah. That's
Because
that's
that's
more,
what they're doing on the other side. That's what
no,
they're doing on the other side. Like if you got in your mind that you're not gonna be loyal and you're not gonna be trustworthy, you better be the best villain you can be out here.
yeah. Have your own. If you ain't
If you ain't got your own, go take somebody else's.
if you ain't got your own, don't risk it. Don't risk it. I'm just telling
Look,
you.
man. Look, some of this stuff jokes, but some of it the truth. Some of this stuff I'm saying jokes, but some of it is the truth. Like
Yeah,
I hate double standards. If it's all right for you, for a woman work at Walmart, a Church's Chicken and stuff like that, we should not be accepting no less if we saying that women are equal. Women are equal now. They always been equal in my eyes. I don't feel sorry for people out there that going out there getting their college degrees and they got more education than I do. I sweep floors for a living. I don't understand why y'all expect that much out of me. I'm a loser. I'm fat. I'm an incel.
But if you get a one with traditional value, then
Just treat people well, y'all. That's the moral of the thing is just treat people well. Even if you can't treat people well and you're not gonna be honest with them and stuff like that, like I get what he's saying to push not being deceptive and stuff like that, but you're gonna lose out here. Truthfully, now you're gonna lose out here. What I done seen. What I'm seeing on TV, what's being promoted to the ladies, what's being promoted to the guys is deception. The name of the game is deception and treating people where you can get things from them. It's the traditionalism and all that stuff like that has died. I would like to find out, is it a possible way for us to alter reality and get back to some of the traditional things? Because some things are not going to come back. Too many things have changed, and we need to be able to adapt and find things that's going to work for this new future. So that's the reason why I come at things this way. I don't expect for men to be holding some standard. I don't think that's right. And I don't care what other people talking about that men is the leaders and this and that. You're not no leader if you can't sit there and get respect for people. You got to raise your voice and be acting a fool and doing all kind of stuff. You don't got no power. I don't know what kind of power you think you got. Your butt gonna go to jail. You're gonna put yourself in jail, messing around.
you put
You're
yourself.
gonna get your butt set up. That's what's about to happen. We got to be smarter out here. That's all I'm saying. You need to be smart. And this will be another Big Giz composition and Cool George debate episode. Well, we had about 3 or 4 of these joints, brother.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna get back when you get some feedback and see what some of the other people say. And maybe
So we're
another.
gonna let this one breathe a little bit. Yeah, we let this breathe a little bit. Let people give their honest opinion on if we talking BS or somebody talking good junk or whatever. Is it wrong to bring up the negative things and just focus on the positive things or whatever and be blind and cover your eyes to stuff like you don't see it? I'm interested in all thought process and all perspectives, because that's how we figure out what we actually looking at and how to really solve problems. Because a lot of these talking points just go in a loop all the time. The way to break that up is to actually have real dialogue and talk with people and actually hear what they pushing out, so you can be able to rebut. That's not giving the person the ability to speak and not just be waiting to speak.
True.
And also salute to narratives and dialogues, man. I appreciate you, brother, for stopping by. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end this. I'm gonna throw on me one of these good songs and take us on now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
I get up with you later on, George. Let's find the song.
All right. See you next time.
All right, brother.
All right.
Blind in your mind. He said, bro, just relax. You can go up, down, anywhere. Nickels and dime. Yeah. Hey, bro, I really be flying. I mean, really in the man, I be trying to hold on to the time, I go and rewind. Couple nickels and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Spread it up, I hit that bitch from the side, yeah. Snuck right back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly, told my nigga this in my life. And my shit, they come with the pride, the beginning when I'm in that white. I did this shit cause they just what I like. I fuck that bitch cause they just what I like. What I like, shit fine, die, sat in front of me, yeah. Better know I'm a nut in the face. Matter of fact, to the bit by the lake. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay. Keep it up in the dock of your pay. One more word, I'm knocking your face. All y'all just a rocket away. Lights off, ain't nobody check on me. What the fade, you poop in my homie. What the fade, bitch, you poop in the homie. Some money make the time fly when you arm. With the pot, I'm get big in the arms. I'm like Paco, won't big on the song. Trying to get like a B in the song. I mean, I take a million. Bitch said she with me, they bitch wanna kill me. My mama love me, but wanna outlive me. Told my daddy I probably outlive her. Sit with my granny, she talkin' political. I was young, thought they were ridiculous. All I got on to realize it was critical. Got a young nigga really look pitiful, but I be acting like it ain't no biggie. Don't smoking that weed, it hit me like Piccolo. Hit the pussy, yeah, I was a little gigolo. Fuck at the party, bitch had a gigolo. Is you with me, then you better get them up. Now I'm winning, now you wanna give a vote. I'm so through with these niggas, I growed up. I'm so through with that bitch, I'm gon' throw it up. Double up on my cup, I done pulled up. Nigga, hold up, yeah, nigga, go ahead and roll up. Hurt 10, I done booted up. Popped another perk, I'm really booted up. For my bitch, she like, nigga, you booted up. Booted up, I like my pussy tooted up. Hit the block on my, I do not give a fuck. Been the corner, be cold, don't give a fuck. All the switch my nigga, they hit me up. Send me when we get money, booted up. Couple handles, I think I'ma chew them up. Couple lanes, you know we gon' shoot them up. Run the bands, you know we get to it, bro. So not the sun, now we turn out the tour, bro. It's just me and my girl, the two of her. Loaded up and then hit, I'm so proud of her. That my motherfucking bitch, I can't lie to her. That my motherfucking bitch, I can't lie to her. Got a motherfucking chick coming by for her. Flesh on the fuck, nigga, nothing I'm gon' buy for her. I come through with the mask and glove. Hit the whole block, nigga, no one ride for her. I be really the man, I be trying to hold on to the time, I go and rewind. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Spread it up, I hit that bitch from the side, yeah. Snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly, to why nigga miss my line. I be really the man, I be trying to hold on to the time, I go and rewind. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Spread it up, I hit that bitch from the side, yeah. Snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly, to why nigga miss my line.
These bitches be lying, these niggas be trying me. Hey, I'm about to put it down with about 100 rounds. When the chopper get it chopping like Chung Lee. I be kicking moving wolves like Bruce Lee. Burn a motherfucking hole in the loose leaf. Catch a motherfucker running down the sideline like I'm prime time. I'm a motherfucking OG. Everybody in the city finna know me. In the jungle with a tiger on a goldie. Little nigga, if you fucking with the police and you trying me, I'ma let loose the beast. Last cut, we about to turn up. Got the motherfucking pump in the truck. We been chillin' with a bunch of motherfuckers from the south and they just don't give a fuck. Mask up, nigga, roll that weed up. Bad bitch with the junk in the trunk. If a pussy nigga try to run up, I'ma bust a nigga straight from the jump. Get crunk, nigga, like that weed up. Turn up, nigga, throw your set up. I be riding with the bump in the trunk. Back seat with the thing that go thump. Little mama be shaking her rump. I'm gripping, grabbing her butt. This dick be up in her gut. No strap, I don't give a fuck. I get so high, I be flying. This flow is sick like I'm dying. I'll hunt you down like a lion. Bitch, nigga, why are you crying?
I really be flying. I be feeling the man, I be trying to hold on to the grind. I go and rewind. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Spread it up, I hit that bitch from the side, yeah. Snuck around back of the high.